Hello friends, welcome to BNB Techniques. My name is Sudhir Kumbhare. So hope you all are enjoying my videos. Guys, do let me know if you have any questions or queries. Okay. Last session we discussed about data types. In today's session we are going to discuss about variables. What are variables, why those are important, and where you can use those variables. Okay. So let's start. So guys, variables, what are variables? Variables is nothing but just a memory space in the RAM, you can say, which will have some address. So it's a memory box. Whenever I'm declaring sum is equal to 10, this is a variable, right? It's going to store in some memory, and that memory will have some physical address. Okay. So guys, here we are. Let's discuss how to declare a variable. Okay, let's see. Let's see, I have a variable. I have declared it as x is equal to 10, right? So variable assignment is done. X is what? X is my variable, right? And right side, it's a value. 10 is a value for x. So when I'm saying x is a variable, so definitely some memory space is already allocated for x in the RAM, right? Where the value is placed as 10, right? So if I print like this, print x, this is going to give me the value of x, right? We know this. And what happens in Python, it's a dynamic typing. It's not like C Sharp and Java where we have to explicitly declare the data type of this x. No, runtime it will be decided that yes, x is a type, x is of type integer based on the value we are assigning. The same way we can assign some variable, a string variable, right? If I'm assigning some value which is string like Sudhir, right? And I'm printing this. So this is going to print my name, right? So runtime interpreter will decide that this name is of type string. Okay. Okay. The interesting thing is in the memory, yes, this X and name are stored in the memory. Okay. So there will be some address, right? If it is related to RAM or memory, definitely there will be some address. What if you want to get the address of that variable where that value is stored? How to get it? We have the way. Yes. Print ID. ID is a function. It's an inbuilt function to give which provides the address of a variable. For example, X. It's going to give us the value of variable. See, X, right? If I if I comment this line, it will be more clear to you guys. So, see, this is the physical address of that memory or that memory space where x value is stored, right? Okay, let's do some operations over here. Okay, do you know guys why this x is called as variable? I'll tell you. Can you guess something? Why x is called as variable or why name is called as a variable? Do you have any guesses? Let's see. X. Okay, the previous value of x is 10. I'm going to assign 20 to it. Is that possible? Yes, it's possible. And that's why it is called as variable, because the value of variable can vary. That depends on the conditions. So conditions to conditions, we can change the value of variable as well. Let's check the output. Right now the value of x is 20. Okay, so the declaration of variable is done. We can declare string variable as well. and we had, depending on the various kind of data types, we can declare variables. There is no question about that. Okay, and every memory space will have some address. Okay, now let's do some more interesting stuff. What we can do, I'll tell you guys. So here, let's say x is equal to 10. Okay, now the current value of x is 20, right? Let's say one more variable y. What I'm trying to do, y, I'll assign x to y, right? Okay. Let's say before that, let's say I have some different values in y. Let's say 23, 32. Sorry. Okay. Let's type to print the address of this x and y. So if I want to print the address, I'll have to write id x, and the same way print of id y, right? So x is equal to 20, y is equal to 32. Both variables have different values, so address is going to be different, right? Let's check it out. Name error y. Oh, sorry. Y has to be in small case because it's a small case variable. Okay. So now let's check the output. See, the address x has got a different address and y has got a different address because it's stored in memory, which has got, I mean, there are two memory spaces having two different addresses, right? Let's do some interesting stuff now. What we are going to do, I'm going to remove this 32 from here and I'm assigning x to y. What do you think? What will happen to these addresses? Are they going to be same or are they going to be different? X is 20. Now I have assigned x to y. Let's check the output. Oh my god. See, the address is same. What has happened? So in Python, actually, whenever you can have many variables, but whatever variables are there, and if you have same value, for example, there could be multiple values x, y, z, t, s, t, whatever, and all variables have the same value. What is going to happen in that case? A value is going to store in a memory space, and that memory space will have a address, a single address, and this memory space is going to share among all those variables which have this common value. Got it? If multiple variables have the same value, then that particular memory space is going to share among all those variables which have got the same value. So the address, guys, let's do some more operations. Okay. Oh, okay. Before doing this more operation, there are some naming conventions for declaring variables which we have to follow. Okay. That variable name should be always start with lowercase letter, and if you're combining two variables name like first name, last name, right? You cannot have a space in between, but you can join these two names or two variables using underscore. Okay, variable names can't start with a number. Okay, guys, these are the naming conventions which we will have to follow. Let's do some more operations regarding variables. So we had this x is equal to something, x is equal to 10, and y is equal to 20. Okay, let's say z is equal to x plus y. Can I do this? Yes, of course, we can. This is going to print the sum of x plus y. Let's check the output. See, it's 30, right? Let's check the same operation with a string variable. Guys, let's do some more interesting stuff. What we did till now, we have declared a string variable, integer variable. We have discussed about the addresses of those variables, and we saw how we can add two variables as well, right? The same way we can do many multiple operations, for example, addition, subtraction, division, right? Let's do something about a string variable and integer variable. Let's try to add those two variables. What happens? Okay, let's say I'm saying x is equal to again 10. My name is Sudhir, so it's a string variable. Okay, then let's try to just add those two, x plus name, the way we added integer variables. Okay, so let's check the output. Oh, we got typo error, unsupported operand typed for integer and string. What it says you have two variables. One is of type integer and one is of type string. So both are not compatible with each other if you want to add it, if you want to concatenate it, right? So one of the variable we will have to convert it to other type. For example, okay, let's check. Here x is of type integer, right? I'm going to convert this x to string so that it will be compatible with name, and let's check the output now. Let me run this. See, 10 Sudhir, right? So this way conversions will happen whenever you have different data types and you want to add it. So in your projects, in your websites, or in your coding, you might have to consider this conversion from one data type to other data type. We will discuss this all in detail in the coming sessions. Okay, so don't worry for that. And guys, let's discuss about where we can use variables in real-time scenario, right? So there is nothing like, okay, without variable you can't write a single program itself. For example, let's say you are writing a program to calculate the salary of an employee. So you will have to consider different parameters. You will have to consider his basic salary, you have to consider his net salary, you will have to consider his PF contribution, right? Based on these different parameters you will calculate the salary. To hold these different type of values, you need different type of variables as well, right? So without variable you can't run a program. The again second example is when you are extracting some information, employee information from the database, and you wanted to show it on your web page. Definitely you will have to store this employee information somewhere in some variables. Of course you need variables over there, right? So this is the use of variable, right? So guys, it's time to evaluate what we have learned till now. So this is a question for you guys. See, I have 4 statements over here. What you have to do, you have to evaluate those statements on the basis of whatever learning we did today, and you have to tell me what is going to be the result of all these statements. If it is going to be positive, it's positive, but if it's going to be wrong, then why it's wrong and what is the solution. Just comment in comment box. Learning is a fun, you will definitely enjoy it. Okay guys, if you like my video, please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell icon to get further notifications. Catch you in the next video. Thank you very much.